Ghee.
Hey. Are we ready? Are we starting?
We are ready. We are started. Today is Sunday, not Saturday. We said we was going to come back Saturday. What happened?
We was trying to recover from the New Year's.
We was making rather merry in our cup. Oh, my last cup of eggnog for the season.
It's okay.
I'll see you next year, little eggnog.
Oh, there you have it.
Well, it's Sunday, and we didn't do it Saturday because we didn't feel like it, because we were recovering. And this football, the football regular season has been draining. The championships have been draining. The after season, whatever we want to call it, bowl season. Happy Bowl-uary. Happy playoff-uary. I am exhausted.
I am
for
exhausted
several reasons. Wait.
Go ahead. Tell me your reasons for being exhausted. I'm exhausted from all the parties.
I almost was going to question you for wearing a shirt of a loser, but here I am living in the past.
I am being neutral.
Your team played and they lost. This team played and they lost to Louisville.
Well, there it is. It was. I'm gonna tell you something right now. It was a losing bowl for some of us.
At least they participated. Hello.
I'm saying.
Speaking of losers, where do I begin? Well, let's start with some of the bowl. A lot of the bowl games have been disappointing. And don't sit there and tell me it's like that all the time. I don't think it is.
It's not.
Some though have not disappointed, and unfortunately, it was a few we wanted to see. I'm going to start with unfortunately. No, fortunately, this was something we wanted to see. I'm going to start with ended up. I'm assuming this was the last ranking because they're not ranking themselves. No.
That was the
number 14 Vanderbilt plays number 23 Iowa, and I like Pavia. I know he had a little controversy after the Heisman. He had some comments he shouldn't have said, but pre him being a butthole, I like Pavia. I like his work ethic. But they say we got to root for our division. We need to root for the Big Ten. Well, thank gosh, if you did, you came out okay, because Iowa beats Vanderbilt 34-27. Iowa, who was ranked 23. Did I mention that?
No, you did not. But it was a lot of ranks.
Iowa is tough. I know they lost 4 games, but I mean, they have played some opponents and been worthy opponents. They're one of the only teams that played close to Indiana.
Iowa?
Yeah, but Indiana only won 20-15. Well, the big takeaway for me was Pavia and those huge passes down the field.
He would come up with something that was out of control. I don't know where he was coming from. He's got an arm.
He's tough. That's what I love about him, and that's what I love about Haynes King. Did Georgia Tech and Vandy play this year? They should have. I just feel like they're the same kind of quarterback, right? Like, they're going to make it happen no matter what. We watched Georgia Tech, too. Did we talk about that last week?
I believe
it. Oh, well, they're on my list to talk about today, so it is what it is. But good game. Now, one game we didn't watch, and I'm surprised you haven't found it for us, because it was close.
My computer's not working.
Oh.
I should have left it.
You got technical difficulties?
I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh, you went without the paper. You went without your 5 notebooks today. See what happened?
Since I was being criticized on my use into favor.
I thought
I'd go technical today.
We got
I'm having technical difficulties.
We got some feedback from the community.
The community
sucks. The community doesn't suck. It's the 5 notebooks wasn't necessary.
I've never 5 notebooks.
Well, 3.
I'm done. I didn't have 5 notebooks.
Okay.
I did have notes.
You got 3 notebooks.
Okay.
You got 3 notebooks. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. Okay.
Okay. Keep going.
Tennessee, Illinois.
Okay. What about it?
Nothing. We just here to shout out games. Like, I don't know. Why are we here?
You talk. I keep going with nothing selected.
Big Ten Illinois wins 30 over SEC Tennessee 28. And speaking of Pavia, he apparently made a comment when considering offers to go to college that he wouldn't even consider the Big Ten because the competition wasn't tough enough. And yet the Big Ten is dominating college football. While you deal with your technical difficulties, one of the games we really wanted to watch, I think you really wanted to watch it too, was Michigan and Texas. And Michigan ranked number 18, Texas was ranked number 13. This is you should have fought harder, you probably could have done a playoff game to me. And I was looking forward to it initially because Texas was getting better by the end of the season. And Michigan was young. We knew they had a young quarterback. Then the scandal came with the coach. And then I said, there's no way Michigan is going to win this game. It's going to be all Texas. Michigan's got too much going on. Yes, they hurry up and hire Kyle Whittingham, but it's just they're shaking, right? The whole foundation. I mean, it's already was shaky with what's his name, Harborough, and that shadiness, and Connor Stallions. So they come into the game, and at halftime it's 17-17, and I'm shocked.
I am too, because I thought Texas was going to do a lot more than that. They had been hyping them up. Michigan, of course, with all its problems. And I really thought Texas was going to come in and slay. But, as you said, halftime was 17-17.
It was 17-17. And in Michigan, I don't know what part of the game it was, but they had a huge touchdown. The guy, tapped his toe, caught it over his knee. It was crazy. And I said, this is a different Michigan. This does not feel like the Michigan that we've seen play, right? And then the second half happened. Okay, third quarter, Michigan scores 3, Texas 7. Okay, fine. I hate when this happens, but you love a team that can do this. They rally in the fourth quarter. Michigan scores 7. Texas outscores them 17 in the fourth quarter. Texas wins the game 41-27 in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And I know we're supposed to root for the Big Ten, but I could never root for Michigan. And I knew they were going to lose because they were stinking awful, and I knew they were taking that score.
Well, I didn't think they were awful.
You're right. I take it back.
I didn't think they were awful.
That was me hating. They weren't awful. They looked good first half.
They looked good first half.
Really good.
I just think when Texas came out second half, I think Texas had already got the rhythm that Michigan was, what Michigan was. They had already got there. Oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Sark was ready for him.
Sark's the offense guy.
And he came in with some plays. And of course, Arch Manning can run. I did not see Bryce Underwood, if I run that much, which he doesn't have to do if you got an arm. You don't have to run.
I think he is a physical guy. He's huge. He's
bigger than I thought.
He's a true freshman.
He's bigger than I thought.
He's a true freshman, which means probably 18, 19 years old. He is physical. He is huge. But you know what? I do too. You know, I initially said Texas was going to win a championship. I thought Arch was going to be better than he was. Arch is coming to his own. Arch, either Michigan's defense is hella slow or Arch is faster than I thought. He does not look fast.
He did not look like he was running that fast. But I'm going to tell you what they will tell you over and over again. He has a long stride.
Yes.
And although you think he's running slow, his stride.
How tall is he? Because he doesn't look like he's that big of a guy either.
I think he's 6'something.
Maybe it's just the curly hair throws me off. Here's what else we have to give kudos to. Sark is an offense guy.
Yeah.
But Michigan's quarterback threw or had 3 interceptions. That's defense.
That was defense.
That's defense. And they just hired a big defensive coordinator who has all his history. So Texas, I know they fans say they said every year it's gonna be Texas year next year. Yeah. But I mean, I really
they'll continue next year, I'm sure.
Well, let's have a little minute at the end to talk about what we think next year is gonna be. I know we say dealt with this year, but the transfer portal's open is why I bring it up, and it's going crazy. So now I guess we get to the creme de la creme, the freaking playoffs.
You want to start that? Go for it.
Did I bring up that USC lost to TCU? No? Not a diversion? Letting down the Big Ten and old Pac-12 residuals?
Don't try it. Just jump in.
Okay. I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to start chronologically. I'm going to start with the game on New Year's Eve. Number 2, Ohio State faces number 10, Miami Hurricanes. And I say number 10, they were actually seeded number 10. They were actually ranked like number 13, 12 or 13. I think they were 13.
Doesn't matter.
Miami upsets the current national champions 24-14 in a game that Oh, you smug. Go ahead, boy.
I didn't say anything.
Go for it.
I did not say anything.
You said Miami was going to win. Go for it.
I was saying that based on how Miami played in the quarterfinals. You know what they call them the quarterfinals? Miami looked tough when who did they beat? I can't even remember when they beat them.
It wasn't the quarterfinals. It was round one. Though.
Round one, whatever the case might be. They looked tough. And I said, based on how Ohio State played against Indiana, I said Ohio State looked flat. Ohio State came out with that same look set. They looked flat. I said, what? This did not look like a champion team. Bingo. Flat out. They played sloppy. They did not play like they were in rhythm. Ohio State had no score by the end of the first half.
I don't think Ohio State played sloppy. I do think Ohio State played lackadaisical. They look like the same team that lost the Big Ten championship to Indiana.
I said that. I'm just saying.
Let's go down the list. Ohio State is a better team than Miami. But we have seen many a game where the better team does not win.
That is true.
Miami, North Carolina State.
Hey.
Alabama, Florida State.
It's fine.
Texas, Florida. It always counts. My point is this. Ohio State has the better team. Now, I know that out of the 4 teams that had the bye week, 3 of them lost. 1 of them didn't. I think that's a big factor. No excuse. No excuse, because if somebody else did it, you can do it too.
Say that out of the 4 teams that were...
4 teams with a bye week, 3 of them lost. Last year, all 4 lost.
Wait a minute, 3 of them lost?
Yes.
Indiana won. Oregon won. What do you mean 3 of them lost?
Oregon didn't have a bye week. Check your facts. Oregon played round 1. The top 4 teams get a bye week. Or, I'm sorry, they get a bye round, whatever you want to call it. It's not a week. That's the problem.
Okay.
It's like 25 days off.
That don't make
They get a bye.
It doesn't mean anything. But anyway.
Okay. Out of the 8 games that they have played with the bye week, the 7 teams lost.
Let's talk about the 4 top teams that had the bye week.
3 of them lost.
Yeah.
How does that not matter? Last year, all 4 lost.
Oh, well.
How does that not matter?
It does matter, but
don't say it doesn't. You just
it doesn't matter. Because
it does matter.
If your team is ready to play, they're going to play.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. Georgia played.
And lost.
That doesn't mean that just lost. I mean, they didn't play.
They lost.
Ohio State lost, but
they lost.
To me, they didn't play.
They lost. Ohio State's the better team. They lost. Doesn't matter. You just told me it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. All I wanted to bring up was...
Don't use that excuse that it's a 25 days
I just said it's not an excuse. I just said... I'm just stating it matters. Because if all 4 out of 8 games...
I don't think it matters. If Indiana was ready, they played.
Out of 8...
They won.
8 playoff games that you've had the last 2 years, 7 out of 8 of the teams lost. Does it matter?
No. If you're ready to play, you're ready to play.
Okay. All right. You know better than
If you're ready to play, you're ready to play.
Absolutely not. We talk about it all the time.
Okay.
The CFP needs to change the schedule. CFP needs to change the schedule because I think that all that extra time off is not helpful to the game. Dan Lanning said that he played round 1. He said, I don't know why I got to wait 15 days to play the next game. I want to play the next week. And it should be at Texas Tech because they have the better record. He said it. He wasn't even in a bye week. Now, last year he was in a bye week and he lost. So he knows it both ways. You know more than Dan Lanning? The numbers are there. Okay. You a head in the sand kind of person anyway. You don't look at the facts. Ohio State came out, played lackadaisical. They played the same game they played Indiana. I do not understand why you pay all these coaches all this money. And I'm not going to blame the players. The players look lackadaisical, but I think it was, to me, I didn't like the coaching. Julia's saying, okay, fine, I'll give it. He made some mistakes. But I do not understand 90% of the plays that were called. Made no sense. Ryan Day is not new to this. Ryan Day is has the greatest record in active coaches right now in the CFB. How do you have a team that was statistically better than your national championship team and you come out and lose? I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it thrice. To me, organizations like Ohio State, Alabama, I want to say Georgia, but this year I feel like Georgia came out different. They have an elitism to them. They have not had any adversity. I was glad we lost to Indiana because I'm hoping, okay, you've been punched in the mouth. Now you can come out and do something like you did last year. We had 2 losses last year, and we played great because we played without having this whole elitism over us. That is my point.
Okay. But they still was not the better team, I don't believe.
If they weren't the better team, why was the spread -9.5?
I don't care what the spread is.
They are the better team. Look at the numbers. They're the better team.
Vegas don't know everything.
Okay. You know more than Vegas now?
Well, Vegas was wrong.
Okay. Well, good news, bad news. We didn't have the worst loss, which is insane to say that we lost by 10 to a team with a second team almost washed up quarterback. It's crazy. And I like Carson Beck. But I was highly disappointed. And like we just said, 2 interceptions ain't going to cut it. And I don't understand why the defense couldn't stop one person running. It was crazy. Maybe they had 2 people. I'm just pissed off and I'm annoyed. Let me bring it down. Oregon, Texas Tech. Texas Tech had the bye week. Texas Tech was ranked 4. Oregon was 5. I think Dan Lanning is such a innovative coach. That is what a lot of teams need. Kalen DeBauer, Ryan Day.
Yeah,
he goes out. You call them trick plays, and they are, but it's still a football play. He goes out there and he tries it. First punt, I fake the punt, I'm passing. So what? I'm up 7-0. You have to play. You are not playing against a opponent that's just so meager to you. You have to come out there with the mindset, this might be my last play. I don't care if it's first quarter. Pretend it's your last play. What would you do? And that has to be your attitude. Dan Lanning gets it. The coaches that get it, I think, are the coaches that are going to continue to win. Kirby Smart gets it. That's why I said what I said earlier. I was like, Kirby kind of elite. No, Kirby scrappy. Kirby gets it. And as much as I don't like him, Cignetti gets it. What?
No, we're talking about
Oregon, Texas Tech. Yeah, we're talking about good coaching. They won 23-0. Texas Tech didn't score. Didn't score once. Not a field goal, not a touchdown. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is neutral site. This is the Orange Bowl. Can't use that excuse. It wouldn't matter because Texas Tech would have been a home team if it would have been. Not one score. But we talked about it.
Oh, I've got the cold damn game. What were they doing?
They didn't do anything. The defenses kind of showed up, and poor Texas Tech defense, they probably got tired. But we didn't know the coach. Yeah. We didn't know the quarterback. Quarterback threw 2 interceptions. Now, Oregon threw 1 interception. They also have, he's not a young quarterback, but he's this first year to Oregon, and Oregon's team is young. But Oregon wins, and they advance, and they move on. And gotta root for the Big Ten. Gotta root for the Big Ten. I mean, it's the Big 12, but still. They were the most even ranked game, though, because they were 4 and 5. Yeah, so they should have. It should have been a closer game. Which brings me to another disappointment.
I was very disappointed in this one.
I was so disappointed.
I thought this was going to be...
Because they've had the adversity. And they've had to count it out. And they've had to live in the shadow of another legacy. I understand that. I'm an Ohio State fan. I understand how perfection is perfect. But to come out and score 3 points... Not just scored 3 points, because Texas A&M Miami was 10 to 13, 3 to 10, something crazy.
Still,
but to score 3 to 38,
talk about an elite team
loses to Indiana. Now Indiana's number 1, still the only team that's undefeated. Bama was ranked 9. They came into this game 11-3, and again, just silly. You had your punch in the face when Florida State beat you. You came out, you went crazy. Other loss was to Georgia in the SEC championship. Made sense because I always say it's hard to beat the same team twice in a season. And then they lost to somebody silly. Did they lose to Texas?
I can't remember who they lost.
I think they lost to Texas. We always go over this.
Well, I have all my paperwork with it, but I don't have it today.
This is why wouldn't you just stick to being you? In 2026,
I don't know.
Stick to being you and doing you. Don't be or do nobody else. Look where to get you. She looking silly over here. Okay. They ended up putting the backup quarterback in for Alabama.
He did.
He had more passing yards than Ty Simpson.
I thought Ty Simpson got hurt.
Did he get hurt?
Well,
The game, I got annoyed.
He took he took his pads off. Then he
took his pads off. I got annoyed. I don't know if he got hurt. I think it was an excuse if he did. I think I'm just so disappointed. Again, fine, you lost. Fine. 3 points. You've been here before. And kudos to Indiana. I don't want to take away from Indiana. I think they are well coached. And I think that's the difference maker. Because you can't name nobody besides Fernando Mendoza on that team. Can you?
On Alabama?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana?
Who's the wide receivers?
Oh, okay.
Who's the running back? You don't know nobody on that team besides Fernando Mendoza. I feel like that tells you something. And we've watched Indiana a few times this year.
Well, yeah.
No, I couldn't tell you who. I couldn't tell you anybody. I couldn't tell you anybody. Now, I can tell you a few people in Alabama. I know Ty Simpson's the quarterback. I know Jam Miller's the runner. Am I crazy? Jam Miller. Williams. And I know Ryan Williams.
That was Alabama.
I can't believe it. Okay. And then last but not least, the best game, which I thought was going to be the least game. I thought the best game was going to be Indiana, Alabama. What about you?
I did too. I said that was going to be the better game.
I thought it was too. I thought it was going to be a lot better game. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I think I knew Oregon was going to win. I didn't know if Oregon was going to pummel or not, but I don't know Texas Tech, so I figured fine. I thought Ohio State, of course, was going to make it have an easy win. Don't get me started. That was like the second worst game they played all season. Don't talk about it. And I thought Ole Miss Georgia wasn't, because Georgia already beat Ole Miss. But I do have a theory where it's hard to beat the same team twice in a season. The only reason I thought Georgia was going to win, though, is because Ole Miss, as I've said all year, has a good defense this year, but it's rare for Ole Miss, right? Again, Lane Kiffin, who is no longer the coach, we already know, is a offense guy. However, new head coach Pete Golding, only coaching his second game as head coach, is a defense guy. And I think you could tell the difference in that game. I think they tried. The offense obviously prevailed because the score was 39-34. So that's a little bit of a high-scoring game if you think about it for this level.
It was offensive.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Not offensive. It was offense, I should have said.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you who surprised me in that game.
Who?
Trinidad Chambliss. I, for one, thought Georgia was going to come out because they called the bully boys.
Yes.
I thought they was going to come out and trample Ole Miss.
Trample? Yes.
Trample Ole Miss.
Yes.
I was very surprised when that defense for Ole Miss came out and held Georgia. I went, okay, we got us a game because if you recall, it was 6-0 first quarter.
Yes.
And then Georgia said, well, we know who we are.
Yes.
Georgia came out second quarter and just ran up 3 quick scores. I went, okay, game's over. Not so fast, my friend.
2 halves to every game.
Ole Miss came out second half.
Yes.
And said, okay, let's make this a game.
Yep. But Georgia was still playing tight.
And
so
Georgia
I thought,
still playing tight.
Well, that's it. You're too far behind. You're too far behind on this. You're not going to be able to catch up. And then fourth quarter.
And then fourth quarter came and Trinidad Chambliss said, okay, let's say who last. He came out throwing and the catches. My God, in that game, there were catches that were, what do they always say? NFL worthy. One guy caught it with one hand. Another guy went over somebody, caught it, and came down with it. They threw between 2 defenders with this much space in between them.
That was ridiculous. Ole Miss is another team.
That was Ole Miss. Georgia was doing the same thing. I don't even know that.
But neither quarterback had an interception.
No,
which was incredible.
It's incredible.
But you think about it. Who almost beat Georgia, or who beat Georgia, and how did they beat them? And the one game that sticks out to me is the Tennessee game. Tennessee went up early, they went up quick, and it was because they went up in the air. Aguilar threw it down the field. Georgia, they had faster receivers, and they scored, Then, of course, Georgia comes out, leans heavy, does the run, tires them out, and ends up just going overtime in that game. Exact same thing. Trinidad Chambliss threw for over 350 yards. Georgia, you can't beat the pass. They can't stop the pass.
And well, okay, but I can't. I don't know what Trinidad was through for, but
362 yards.
Oh, he did. Okay,
yes.
okay. And then Gunnar Stockton, of course, threw for like 203.
Okay, good point. And normally Georgia will lean on a run game. Ole Miss had more rushing yards than they did, I believe. Did they not?
Ole Miss had you mean rushing yards?
Yeah, how many?
No, they only had 111.
Oh, okay. But they only outrushed them by 10 yards.
Yeah, but the other thing with Ole Miss was too. This was the guy. I couldn't think of his name.
Kewan Lacey. Okay, I do know Kewan Lacey.
Who is the guy that's the one that they always think when they were down, and it was like the last within the last 2 minutes, and Georgia was up, and they said, okay, he's got a minute so and so to get him down within field goal because of the field goal kicker who had already kicked. For Ole Miss, he had kicked 151-yarder, and the second time he kicked up.
What he's talking about?
That's the field goal
kickers. My God.
A 51-yarder. Then he came back and kicked a 54-yarder or something. Saying, I went, stop it! You just showing out. I said, if they get to half of that field, and they had him pinned back deep. I said, if they get to half of that field,
you're in trouble.
He's gonna kick it. Well, of course they did. They got to half the field, but they were on. It was 4th down. All they had to do was stop it. What does Trinidad Chambliss do? But throw to his favorite boy, Kewan Lacey, and how he caught it. How he caught it was unbelievable.
But see, I think that's the other thing. I think you have to get some kind of adversity. I feel like you cannot be a winning team if you don't have some kind of adversity. Count it out. A team of misfits, whatever you want to call it. Trinidad Chambliss, as we know, this is his last year eligibility, and he played for the D2 team, played for Fair State. He's filing to see if he can get an extra year of eligibility, which he might have got because I seen that the original QB1 who went to the backup quarterback, Simmons, I heard he went to the transfer portal.
Well, I don't think they're going to give it back to him.
But
after Trinidad.
But Trinidad Chambliss is out of eligibility.
Well, that's right.
They haven't. I don't know if they said he could stay or not, but I feel like he plays as somebody. He got no D1 offers, so he's been through
a lot of.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Versus when you come out of that ESPN, whatever, top 100,
right,
I'm a top quarterback, I'm top 5 this. I don't feel like it always shakes. Some of the greatest players or the greatest teams, you can say, oh, well, this happened and yada, yada.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant. Exactly. Exactly. That's a good point. That's a really good point. So,
Mr. Irrelevant.
We got more football. Now, first,
I'm not gonna stand more football.
No, I can't. Well, really quick, what I was talking about for next year, I don't know. We ain't gonna know the coaches. We not gonna know the quarterbacks.
It's gonna be starting all over again.
Rocco Beck has gone from Iowa State to Penn State. Kind of not surprised because Matt Campbell was a coach of Iowa State. Now he's at Penn State.
Okay. A lot of them are following the
coaches. Yeah,
and I don't blame them. I mean,
heck yeah, because he know you
and
Indiana.
And when he was at what was
JMU.
Yeah. And Mendoza followed him.
Mendoza was not at JMU.
No, who was?
Okay, let's recollect everybody's memories. I have been liking Fernando Mendoza since last year when he played for Cal State Berkeley Golden Bears. Yes, Fernando Mendoza.
Cal State.
Ghee, I was going to ask you if you thought you was going to win it all.
No.
I think the flags have predicted it. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up about next season, but we have more games this season, and I want to know who you think is the winner because you have been called out. Speaking of the community coming for you.
Don't come for me.
People, I should have bought the comments, but I didn't want to be negative. Somebody said, is Ghee on crack when you said Miami was going to beat Ohio State?
All I saw was the game. I saw how well they played. I knew Ohio State just didn't play.
But
no, I wasn't guessing. I seen how they played against Indiana.
Be braggadocious, though.
I don't be braggadocious.
You should be braggadocious. Ghee, they were coming for you. They said, who is she? She got 8 notebooks. She don't know what she's talking about. Miami is not going to beat the Ohio State.
Not the way they played against Indiana.
You're not following.
I'm following you.
You're not following.
I was basing it on how they played.
You only as good as your last game. Is that your theory?
That
don't always count. Does not always count.
Get in this case. Anyway, go ahead.
No, you're not gonna move me on. Let's keep talking about. Oh, okay. Okay. First up, who's gonna win big game. FCS championship tomorrow. Illinois State or Montana State? Go.
Illinois State and Montana State. How do I know who these people are?
You have no respect for the FCS?
Oh, that's where they play until it's two left. They keep playing round after round.
I'm gonna stick with.
I have no idea who they are.
I'm gonna stick with Montana State. Somebody from Montana or the Dakotas always win. I'll stick with Montana State for the FCS champions. Let's see what happens. Plays tomorrow, 4:30. I don't know whose time.
Who they playing against?
Illinois State's 12-4. Montana State's 13-2.
Okay, I'll go with the opposite, just for the hell of it.
So you want Illinois State?
Yeah.
How you live your life. Okay. Now this is a top 4. I would have never guessed. This is so weird. However, we got it's crazy. Number 10 Miami, who barely gets into the playoffs. I think they deserve to be there. Don't get it twisted, but barely gets into the playoffs. Is going against number 6 Ole Miss. ACC versus SEC. Who is going to win?
Oh no. What's that game again?
Miami, Ole Miss.
I don't know why I'm playing.
Who you like?
I'm liking Ole Miss.
I'm liking Ole Miss too. Most people I was rooting for because I like they had a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love if. Don't get me wrong. I would love if Ole Miss won just because I don't like the way Lane Kiffin did him. I get it's the business. I get it's not his fault, but it's still people. You're on the team.
People counted on you.
You feel away.
People counted on you.
Yeah, you feel away. He's still getting bonuses because they winning.
Oh my
Ridiculous.
God! How can he still get bonuses if you're not playing there?
Don't get me started.
If he's not even coaching.
And Miami has a story too, right? Carson Beck with the redemption.
Oh.
He got slighted at the end of
the controversy with
Georgia
Notre Dame
last year. Controversy with Notre Dame, depending on who you are. I don't think it was controversy, but yes. And Cristobal, we talked about it, I'm sure, before the season. Was at Oregon, winning games, came home to Miami, prodigal son. I love a prodigal son story. True. And wanted to bring respect back to Miami. And I think he did good last year with Cam Ward and them. I thought they were incredible. Who was that receiver? I can't remember his name. I'm with you. I think Ole Miss is going to win, and I would be happy if Ole Miss won.
But then again, Miami might be a team of destiny because of all the controversy.
I'm not mad if Miami won either. I'm not mad at Miami won either.
Then they can say, and y'all ruled us out. Boom. There it is.
And there it is. Now, Oregon, Indiana. I don't want Indiana to win.
But I think Indiana's going to win.
Another
team of destiny. Everybody talked about them.
I don't know. I do not like Cignetti's attitude. I do not think Fernando Mendoza deserved the Heisman. He was not the best player this year. I'm just saying my opinion.
Very well. I'm calling a football game. You calling about
personality. You don't call football games.
Oh, I could.
You could not. You too biased. Okay.
I'm not biased.
Who do you want, Oregon or Indiana?
Well, I want Indiana because I believe they're the better team.
I think Oregon can win. I think Indiana's healthier. I think Indiana runs like a well-oiled machine.
You do.
If the Indiana is going to come down to Oregon's team, I think Dan Lanning is a better coach than Cignetti, or just as good of a coach, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I still like Cignetti. And I have to think about Lanning, too. Dan Lanning looks like he's probably a jerk, but I like Dan Lanning, and I like his coaching. He just looks like it. I don't know. He may not be. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But I still didn't like Kirby Smart. And he's grown on me. It happens that way. It's just you see somebody, it's a parasocial thing. I don't know these people in real life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so anyway, and then I don't know. I think that's gonna be the better of the two games. I want Oregon to win. The Flags might have called it. Flags might have called it. Wow. So and I wouldn't be mad if Oregon won, but really it would make me happy. I mean, Miami and Ole Miss come. It would make me happiest, I think, if Ole Miss won it all. I'm just going to put it out there at this point.
All right.
It will make me happy. But we'll see. We'll see with the games. The games come on.
Wow.
Thursday and Friday. Maybe we'll film Saturday. Maybe we'll do Sunday again.
I believe if Indiana wins, Indiana may win it all.
I don't think, regardless, I don't think Miami or Ole Miss could beat either Oregon or Indiana. So whoever wins the Oregon-Indiana game, I think is going to be the champion.
Okay.
I don't think they're ready. I don't care what you seen the other day. You seen a lackadaisical Ohio State team.
Mm-hmm.
You seen a Texas A&M that lost to Texas. Dan Lanny's not gonna make those kind of calls. We squib kick. I mean, can we talk about it? It was from last year. I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. Dan Lanny's gonna do what he has to do, and they've had the adversity, and they know they counted out, and they a bunch of misfits, and they just patch together. Half of them are sick, half of them young. They will go out there and play. I think they like playing for them too.
They all got the same problems. While the players are not playing because they've gone to the portal or they're
I don't think they have a lot, but they have a few.
As much as some of them. But
you know what they did say they've had kind of quite a few, and Lanny says they still have the depth, but you hope nobody gets hurt. Right. But I mean, they've been playing hurt all year. A lot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like with a lot. Right. They've been one of the teams where people brought it up. I know everybody got injuries, but there's been a few teams where they're like they got a lot of people out or they got a lot of people hurt, which they do. So I think whoever wins that game, which either way, it's going to be a Big Ten team in the national championship. Because we have two Big Ten teams, one SEC team and one ACC team.
That's true.
Speaking of who's the best conference.
That is true. I didn't know.
And I will wrap-a-dap it up with that. I am Kelly, like the color.
I'm Ghee, like the butter. And next week, I will have my notes on paper. Forget this technology stuff. Thanks to my technical advice. Tell my technical advisor he's fired. And he knows who he is. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We'll see y'all next time on Saturday Hangover.
Arrivederci.